Hi guys, so yeah, it's been a while since I've done a reading, just not had opportunity to get on and read. Every time I try and get a routine going, you know, something's coming up that needs to be dealt with, but that's just part of the course with life in general at the moment, with the way things are in the world in general. Everybody's got it, haven't they? So, not just me. So I'm wanting to do some zodiacs. I'm feeling to get some zodiacs out and then possibly resume the check-ins. I'm not going to do them daily. It's too much. And they're just coming up the same. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to try doing it by element. And I'll do one a day through the week. So, we'll give that a try, because it's just the same. After a few days, it's just the same stuff coming up and it just feels repetitive. And so, yeah. I've got some specials on at the moment on personal readings. I'll do a mini video talking about those rather than trying to talk about it in the readings, because there's quite a few different ones, and some of them are for quick turnaround as well. Some aren't, just reading, like mini coaching sessions. So yeah, I'll talk about that in a separate video. So let me see, who are we starting with? Taurus. I'm feeling Taurus. I've been hearing Taurus most of today, actually. That's probably why I'm feeling guided to do these. So, let's see. Ooh. Okay, they're not wanting to shuffle. I'll try that again. Usual stuff. This can be sun, moon, rising, Venus. If you feel called to a Taurus reading and you have any Taurus placement, or even if you don't, it doesn't really matter. If you're feeling called to Taurus, if you're cross-watching or whatever else, then, you know, the messages that are meant to come through will be for you, and any that don't resonate, just leave them. They're not necessarily for you. Yeah, if I'm referring to masculine and feminine, that's energy and not gender. And I say this a lot, but I highly advise people to look into masculine and feminine energies and do some research, because it's amazing how much difference it has when you understand that everybody has both energies and everything we do comes from those energies. It's either a healed version or a, wounded version. And you can start to make better choices in what you do when, you can sort of see whether something is coming from a healed masculine or feminine energy or a wounded energy, and you can choose to act in the healed version of the energy. So it makes a lot of difference to navigating the world and everything in general if you can, get in tune with those energies. So, yeah, that's that. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything more to say. I'm going to jump in and we'll see what we've got for Taurus. So, Queen of Pentacles. So this, I feel, is your energy, although it's generally seems to be Virgo. It's Earth. So 8 of Swords. Ace of Cups. Page of Wands. So could be new love for some of you. Oh, wow, I was only going to take one more, but we've got 2. So 6 of Wands and the Empress. Wow, okay. So that for me, first card, last card. There we go, better that way on camera. Can't really tell either way. This for me is levelling up. This is Earth, feminine energy. When I say Earth, I mean like mother, grounded, abundance, all that jazz. So 6 of Wands and the Empress 6 of Wands is victory, recognition. So for some of you, this can be work related too. This can be something, because that Queen of Pentacles, in fact, I've got 2 different storylines coming through here. They may weave, they may be separate. So just take, like I say, take what's yours and leave what isn't. Where this is work related, some of you are feeling maybe a little bit financially blocked. It may not be that you're blocked as in there's no money flow. It could be just that you're feeling like you're in a job that you don't want to do. So going to work doesn't pay, because work should be something we love doing, not just there to pay the bills. So with that Ace of Cups and that 8 of Swords, that for me is being stuck. The Ace of Swords stands between you and your coins and loving how you're getting them. So you've got that Page of Wands there, which is about charging, taking a new, opportunity, going after what you're passionate about. It's like the start of something. Pages are the younger energy in the deck, in the deck, in the court cards. The newer, it's new, it's young. So this is like a new pursuit. One's being what you're passionate about. I like to explain the card meanings for anybody who's learning tarot themselves as well. So this is doing something new, regardless of what your age is. Say you go back to university at the age of 45. Most people would be going at the age of 18. So you still would be the page going into that new thing to do it. So victory, success, reward, recognition. And the Empress, she's abundant. She's got everything she wants and she needs. She's accomplished. She's stable. She's got every resource, So where this is work, school, money, this is basically saying you need to get out of that mindset that's stopping you going for what it is that you love and you want to do. The only thing stopping you right now is your own mindset. So that's work covered. Where this is related to love, because we do have that Ace of Cups, this again is, for some of you, it could be being in a relationship, because the Queen of Pentacles she's the married queen. She's the one with the kids and the house and all the rest of it. But for some reason, you're feeling like there's no love in where you are. Like there's that practical energy there. Can I stay in this relationship? I need to stay in this relationship, but I don't feel like this is somebody who, how am I looking to explain this? This for me feels like it's those situations where it's like it's become a business arrangement. You're staying in the marriage. Both of you know it's not what you want. You may be like work, they maybe live away because they've got a job that takes them away 2/3 of the year or something like that. So you're just kind of staying in it because you feel that you have to. And you're being these limiting belief systems, society says I should do this, society says I should do that. It's preventing you from finding that true love that is there waiting for you. There's this passionate connection that's there, it's waiting. And it's going to bring you all kinds of success and happiness and abundance, but you're just not letting yourself go for it because of that 8 of Swords energy. The 8 of Swords is limiting beliefs. It's, you see how she's bound and she's tied here and she's, kind of imprisoned, but this is a prison of her own making. The swords of the mind and the intellect. So she's keeping herself trapped and bound because of her own thoughts. You see, the ropes are loose and, those swords could easily be pulled out of the ground. If she could let go, if she just let those bindings drop, she could take off the blindfold and see her way out. So, and like I said, the swords are representing the mind. So it's the mind keeping her trapped. And this can be self-love too. So for those of you that are single, where this is a singles energy, it's those of you keeping yourselves trapped in that energy for whatever reason for whatever reason that is. You've got some limiting beliefs about love and what love is and what you deserve, because we've got this Empress. Could be somebody putting career over love. Believing you don't have time for both, but this absolutely says that you do. You know, that's ultimate success. This is somebody returning from battle, you know, with his victory wreath. This can indicate marriage too, according to some old tradition, you know, the old traditions of the wreath. But in this instance, I mean, it could even be that for some of you, like, you know, that is all there for you, but it's you holding yourself back with those limiting beliefs. So let's take a look and get some clarifiers. So we've got the Death card. And I'll take one more there. The Queen of Swords. So, swords again. The Death card, it's the end of something, the beginning of something new. It's something being put to death. The Queen of Swords, you know, see how she's sat there with the sword, she's got her hand out, she's willing to hear whatever's going to be said, but she's pure logic. She will cut away whatever isn't serving her, whatever isn't any good for her. Sorry, I saw 11:11 on the timer and I got distracted. So this is her literally realising what needs to be put to death. And again, because the swords can be about the mind and the intellect, this could be her own crap. This is her cutting herself out of those binds and putting an end to that cycle. Again, this feels more strongly for those of you that are staying in relationships that aren't serving you than for anything else. And more strongly towards the money and, you know, the work career kind of aspect, to end that situation because you know it isn't serving you. There's more to life than money. So, you know, if you love what you do, you're never going to work a day in your life. So, yeah. Right, I'll take a couple of clarifiers on this side before I get you an oracle card. Ten of Cups, look. Ultimate fulfillment, happiness, but then we've got that Two of Swords. You're keeping yourself, it's a very similar energy to the Eight of Swords. You see, she's got the blindfold on, but she's guarding herself, so she's refusing to see what's in front of her, which some of you may be actually doing this, like right now as we're talking. The Ten of Cups is, look, it's everything you could want. Happiness, fulfillment. So for those of you in a mindset that you need to stay in the relationship you're in for the kids, but there's no other happiness in it, this is achievable despite what your preconceived ideas about, you know, relationships and family should be. This brings you everything you could possibly want. For those of you that haven't got children yet and want children, this is marriage and, you know, everything that comes with it. And again, we've got preconceived ideas about this. You know, there's an energy with this about, you know, it means I'm going to have to give up my career, or it means I have to do this or I have to do that. The Empress has got everything. She runs, so does the Queen of Pentacles too. She runs her empire, but she, you know, she's got everything. She runs it like a boss. So the Empress is a level up. This isn't going to level you down. You aren't going to give anything up for this. These are the mindsets that you may be running under the surface. And that's why you've got your swords up, you've got your guard up. But this is all, again, it comes from those limiting beliefs and those limiting mindsets that you're carrying. So, love it, lovely energy. So let me get an oracle card from the Energy Oracle, and we'll see what that has got to say. So we've got the Goddess of the Moon. It's all about trusting your intuition. It's tuning more into your feminine side, because the energy we've got here is very earth energy. The intuition is very water. The moon is water energy. Like I say, this isn't gender specific too, so don't forget, this can be the masculines that are out there, you know, like working away. And you've got whatever limiting beliefs around love. So it just means that, you know, you're in that feminine energy, really. So the Goddess of the Moon is about trusting your intuition. Give me psychic insight too. want another one though. I want to check why the goddess of the moon a bit more specifically. Ooh. Heart chakra card is trying to show itself there as well. So I feel like this is to do with connecting the heart to the third eye. The door to spirit. Tuning more into your intuition. Tuning more into spiritual practice as well. Perhaps some of you are putting a bit much focus on your material world and you're not allowing enough room for spirit. So, yeah, messages there in that. It feels like a completely separate message to the reading, but it's what we've got. So I'm going to leave that one there for now. Don't forget to look out for these specials that I'm running. There will only be limited slots on the Zoom calls. So, yeah, without further ado, I shall say goodbye and thank you.